Hello everyone, this is Al RedSoxFan coming to you from Al RedSoxFan YouTube channel. Hope all is well, and we're going to bring you a little afternoon delight. No, not that afternoon delight. A little professional wrestling using wrestling's finest PC game, brought to you by Tom Vogel, who is at the Cow Palace today. It is a 4-match card. In our opening match, we will have gentleman Chris Adams of England taking on Cesaro, Antonio Cesaro from Switzerland. In the prelim, we will have Chris Adams' partner in crime, Gino Hernandez, gorgeous Gino Hernandez, taking on Primo Canera. And then 2 steel cage matches to end the card. A number 1 challengers match between the Nature Boy, Buddy Rogers, and Chief J Strongbow. No love lost between these two grapplers. Remember, it was Buddy Rogers who put the bounty out on Chief J Strongbow's scalp when he met Gino Hernandez in a number 1 challengers match, when Rogers was the San Francisco title holder, the San Francisco territory title holder, which he claims to be the heavyweight championship of the world. Rogers won the San Francisco title tournament. Again, he won the tournament, declared himself champion, but lost to his hand-picked opponent, Dominic DeNucci, who will challenge Nikolai Volkoff as he tries to regain the title. Volkoff defeated DeNucci when the referee, breaking both grapplers upon the ropes, Volkoff nailed DeNucci with a European uppercut, or as he calls it, the sickle. DeNucci went down. Volkoff rolled him up using the trunks, and he got the 1-2-3 count. It was a bloody affair, and now DeNucci wants his title back. Volkoff has defended his San Francisco heavyweight title successfully by defeating Primo Canera, and that was a fast start for Canero, who will be taking on Gino Hernandez, as we stated. But then Volkoff just wore him down and beat him into submission. It was DeNucci and Strongbow who came out to aid Primo Canera when Volkoff continued the beating and chased him back to the locker room. But now, let's start with our opening match, as Chris Adams has entered the ring along with Cesaro. Chris Adams hails from England, 6'1", 230 pounds, looking to land that super kick that would end Cesaro's night. Cesaro from Switzerland, 6'5", 235, and he is freakishly strong. He'd like to get the Ricola bomb on Chris Adams, or the giant swing, one or the other. No love lost here. Cesaro will wrestle anybody, anywhere, any place. But we are here from lovely Daly City, California. Welcome to the Cow Palace. Chris Adams has had one official match. He was annihilated in the no-holds-barred, lights-out, no DQ match against Triple H, who just destroyed him. But remember, it was Chris Adams who was involved on that brutal attack on Chief J Strongbow. Hernandez had no intention of trying to win that number 1 challengers match. They were paid by Buddy Rogers to take Strongbow out. Then Hernandez flew to an undisclosed location to wrestle Triple H, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, and was promptly annihilated. So he's back at the Cow Palace, and now he will take on Cesaro, the hired assassin. Cesaro has had 7 matches. He has 2 wins, 2 losses, 3 draws. He last lost to Nikolai Volkoff by pin. That was a non-title matchup. He also defeated Nikolai Volkoff by DQ. He lost a bloodbath to Abdullah the Butcher by pinfall, and he took Dominic DeNucci to a time limit draw. So here we go to the pre-action. And I control both wrestlers, so I'll just be clicking away, just to give you an FYI. And let's click on both Adams and Cesaro. And here's the pre-action here. Prediction on Baby Doll is escorting Chris Adams to the ring and is at ringside. Close, but Chris Adams has a small edge. That's the prediction. It's going to be the super kick versus the Ricola bomb. We're not going to type up anything here. And here we go. 20-minute time limit. Classic standard match. Cesaro quickly goes at Chris Adams. And he just is punching away. Cesaro jumping on Chris Adams. Rumors have been made that a bounty has been put out on the head of Chris Adams by Chief J Strongbow, and Cesaro just continues to pound away at Chris Adams, who's trapped in the ropes. Cesaro kicking and pounding. He has Chris Adams wrapped up in those ropes. Cesaro continues to pound away. Now he takes Adams out of the ropes. He holds Adams up high in a vertical suplex, and booyah! Oh my lord, Cesaro, I don't think he cares about the win. He just wants to take Chris Adams out. For when Cesaro gets a job, he finishes it. Cesaro in total control, and again Cesaro on top of Chris Adams, and he is just pummeling him. He is pummeling him with closed fists, and the referee is trying to get him to stop, but Cesaro pounding away, pounding away, pounding away, pounding away, and now he gets up and he is stomping Chris Adams, and here, look, you can see Chief J Strongbow coming out from the back, and he is smiling. Oh, revenge is a dish best served brutally. Cesaro now looking to choke Chris Adams out. He has some form of a cobra clutch, but it looks more like a choke. He is just battering Chris Adams. Baby Doll almost in tears. Almost in tears. And Chief J Strongbow walks a little closer to ringside, smiling. Cesaro will not go for the pin. Cesaro will not go for the pin. He wants to punish Chris Adams. He lifts Chris Adams up by the hair. You can see Adams in pain. He puts a knee to Adams' groin, and now he scoops him up in a running power slam. Oh boy, and a big smile on Chief J Strongbow's face. Cesaro looks at Chris Adams and he gives the throat slash. Oh boy, and now he puts a boot to Adams. Adams writhing in pain, rolling around on the canvas. Cesaro, the hired assassin, shows no mercy. He continues to stomp away, stomp away, stomp away, stomp away. And Chief J continues to smile. Cesaro takes his eye off Adams, goes for the suplex. Adams, a good technical wrestler when he wants to be, counters. And Chris Adams, unbelievable! He puts Cesaro high up in the vertical suplex, and what's good for the goose is good for the gander, and booyah! Oh my lord, is this the start of a Chris Adams comeback? Chief J Strongbow at ringside didn't like that one. 3 minutes gone in the match. The wrestlers lock up. Cesaro has him under control. And now they're grappling along the ropes. They're rolling around and around on the ropes. Finally in the corner. And the referee tries to get between these two grapplers. And they break. Chris Adams, as the crowd screaming for his scalp. Baby Doll crying. He's not paying attention. He loses control. Cesaro moves towards Chris Adams, and Chris Adams pokes him in the eyes. Adams now puts Cesaro in an top wrist lock. He's really applying the pressure, and look how Adams uses his leg to put it to the back of Cesaro's knee to bring him down to a knee, and Adams really trying to use that wrist lock on that right arm. It was that right hand that has done a lot of damage to Chris Adams' face. He continues to use the wrist lock. Adams takes Cesaro to his feet, quickly scoops him up and slams him. That was a quick move by Chris Adams. Now Cesaro turns it around. A spinning toe hold. Cesaro's unbelievable freakish strength. The slam didn't even affect him. Cesaro sends Chris Adams hard into the turnbuckle. Adams takes 2 steps towards Cesaro, and Cesaro comes in with the Booyah! European uppercut. Adams staggers back into the turnbuckle. Now Cesaro grabs him, turns him around, and he begins to pummel him head first into the turnbuckle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then he puts a knee to the groin of Chris Adams to the pleasure of Chief Jay Strongbow. And another knee to the groin of Chris Adams. Then again he grabs Adams by his English locks and continues to pound him into the turnbuckle. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and he throws Adams hair first to the canvas, and Chief Jay Strongbow giving the tomahawk sign to Cesaro, the hired assassin. Cesaro calmly walks over to almost a lifeless Chris Adams. Gets right on top of him. A big smile, and now starts pounding away with the closed fist. Rapid shots! You can see Adams' head bouncing off the canvas. And Cesaro stands up. And he looks at Chief Jay Strongbow and he smiles. Cesaro now working on Adams' legs. He's working on Adams' legs. It's a reverse leg lock. Now he gets out of it. But now, he put that foot to the groin once again. And again he goes for the reverse leg lock. Adams not faring well at all in this match. Just over 5 minutes through, and he is getting his ass kicked. And that's just the way Chief Jay Strongbow wanted it. That's why we were wondering why Cesaro was brought into the Cow Palace, and now we know. And Cesaro really working that leg, trying to take it out of the hip socket. Cesaro now brings a limping Chris Adams to his feet. And it's going to be a fisherman suplex! Booyah! Oh my lord, what speed and strength! What speed and strength by Antonio Cesaro, and Chief Jay Strongbow now at ringside nods with approval, and he stares at Baby Doll. Cesaro is going to go for the pin. And gentlemen, Chris Adams still has the testicular fortitude to kick out. What a job by Chris Adams kicking out. But Cesaro still maintains control. Adams tries to get to his feet. Cesaro rakes his eyes. And now delivers a tremendous hip toss. He nearly sends Chris Adams out of the ring. You can see Adams now begging for mercy. But there is no mercy coming from the hired assassin Antonio Cesaro from Switzerland. Cesaro now has Adams on that lower rope, and Cesaro is choking him with his foot, and he is enjoying this, and so is Chief Jay Strongbow. Baby Doll can't even look. And Chief Jay is enjoying the moment. Now Cesaro grabs Adams by the legs, and he yanks him towards the center of the ring. And now he puts a figure 4 on him. He puts a figure 4 but could not lock it in well. And Adams is able to wiggle his way out of it. Adams tries to get to his feet. Cesaro pokes him in the eyes. Cesaro sends Adams into the rope. It's a leaping European uppercut! Booyah! Right to the throat and chin. And head over heels goes Chris Adams. Holy crap! He nearly beheaded Chris Adams, and Baby Doll can no longer take it. She starts to head to the back as Chief J Strongbow claps his approval. Cesaro setting up the kill. Cesaro, he wraps up Chris Adams. He's got him in the giant swing. And Chief J is counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Cesaro continues to spin Adams. Continues to spin Adams from his legs. What strength? 6, 7, 8. Cesaro puts him down, picks him back up, and continues. Unbelievable. He is laughing as he spins faster and faster, and then he lets go, and boom goes Adams to the canvas. Cesaro goes for the cover.
1, 2.
And Adams, too close to the ropes, somehow maneuvers his foot onto the ropes. But Cesaro doesn't care, as Cesaro now pounds away on that leg that was on the ropes. And Chief J now says, break it, Cesaro, break it. Cesaro goes for the kick as Adams is on his knees, but Adams catches the kick. Adams, unbelievable quickness, goes with a throat shot. And he nails Cesaro. Adams, as Cesaro, first time he's in jeopardy, Adams puts his legs on the ropes. No, it's Cesaro has his foot on the ropes. Adams is going to go for the pin. They don't see the foot on the ropes. And Cesaro kicks out anyway. Wow, the first time Cesaro was in danger. Adams now trying to slow the pace down and get some, trying to regroup. Baby Doll starting to head back towards ringside. Adams has Cesaro in a headlock. Cesaro tries to get out of the headlock. No grappler in control now. Chris Adams sends Cesaro to the ropes, puts a knee to Cesaro's groin, leg whips him, and drops the big leg across Cesaro's chest, and he's going for the pin.
1.
And Cesaro powers out of it. Oh, Nelly. Chris Adams lands his own forearm to the jaw of Cesaro. Cesaro down to one knee. Adams puts a mule kick into Cesaro's face. He goes for the pin.
1,
2.
2.
And Cesaro kicks out. We're at the halfway mark of this 20 time limit bout. Adams, now feeling his oats, goes for the scoop slam. It's a running scoop potato slam. Booyah! And again Adams goes for the pin.
1.
And Cesaro powers out. So Cesaro taking some punishment now. Adams has got his second wind. Now Antonio Cesaro still not right. Still not right. Tries to lock up. Adams counters. And again, they're just grappling with one another. The referee breaks him. Now Chris Adams has control. Is he setting up the super kick? No! He slides behind Cesaro. He's got the sleeper hold on.
1.
Cesaro reaching for the ropes, and he has the ropes. Adams reluctantly breaks. Adams going for an arm hold. Cesaro counters it. Cesaro counters it and puts Adams in a headlock, and he's grinding away at that head again. Cesaro just grinding away. Chief J Strongbow now clapping, saying, "Come on, Antonio." It's been told that Chief J as Cesaro continues to work that headlock, trying to cut the blood flow off to the brain area of Chris Adams. It has been said in the rumor mill that Chief Jay Strongbow put out a $50,000 bounty on Chris Adams. Chris Adams now gets out of the headlock. The referee gets between the two grapplers, but Adams reaches out and pokes Cesaro right in the eyes, and while Cesaro is blinking, Adams puts Cesaro in a headlock, and he goes grinding away. And now Adams, from the headlock, takes Cesaro down, he rolls him up, and he's going to go for the illegal pin attempt. Here we go!
1,
2! Cesaro's leg! And the referee did see it. Cesaro's leg was on the ropes, and the referee finally saw it as Chief Jay Strongbow brought it to the attention of the referee. Now there's some tense moments now. Cesaro was in total control early on, but Chris Adams coming back. And again, we can see it in Cesaro's eyes. I don't think he cares if he wins, but he definitely wants to take Chris Adams out. Cesaro now trying to get back to his feet, and quickly Chris Adams is on top of him, and he is choking him along the ropes, and now he is using the ropes to choke out Cesaro as Cesaro slumps to the middle rope, and Chris Adams putting his knee right in the throat. Cesaro draped over, face first. The referee trying to break them. Now Chris Adams takes Cesaro up, and oh, wow, that was a shot to the throat right in the Adam's apple, and that's the first time we're going to see Cesaro in any type of distress. He's having trouble breathing now. Chris Adams and Baby Doll feels threatened by Chief Jay Strongbow, and she wants Chief Jay Strongbow removed. Security moving in. Chris Adams going for the submission move. He tries to put a bear hug on Cesaro. That's not going to work. Cesaro claps his ears, and Chris Adams lets go of the bear hug. Chris Adams again calling for Baby Doll. Baby Doll climbs up on the apron and beckons Chris Adams to join her for a strategy session. Cesaro not too pleased with this, but he's trying to regroup himself. And that's going to give Chris Adams some time to catch a breather. Now, Chris Adams sends Cesaro face first into the turnbuckle as he quickly pounced on Cesaro, who was still trying to catch a breather. So Baby Doll used that little distraction. Cesaro thought he had some time, but he went face first into the turnbuckle. And now he is just pounding away. Adams is pounding away on Cesaro, and he's going to go for the pin again.
1,
2, no! Cesaro powers out. What a matchup here. Under 5 minutes left. Chief Jay Strongbow not smiling as much as he did earlier in the bout. Chris Adams is frustrated as the crowd starts to taunt him and Baby Doll. The chant goes, "You need Viagra. You need Viagra." And Chris Adams is incensed. Cesaro can't take advantage of this. Adams, and again, time is running out. Neither grappler is able to maintain control. Now Cesaro with a tremendous European uppercut. And that is it. Cesaro with the European uppercut took Chris Adams off his feet and then just started to stomp on Chris Adams' groin area over and over. And Chief Jay Strongbow said, "I want those nuts." And now he would not stop, and the referee has disqualified the hired assassin, Cesaro, but he doesn't care. Chief Jay Strongbow doesn't care. Writhing in pain, and he just barely got out of the ring with the help of Baby Doll, and Cesaro nearly knocked her head off, is gentleman Chris Adams, as he is holding his ball sack area, and those are going to be some swollen blue balls, as Antonio Cesaro, the hired assassin, has done his J.O.B., and Chief Jay Strongbow is very happy about that? So Chris Adams wins the match but loses his testicles. Antonio Cesaro will collect that $50,000 bounty. Unbelievable. They give it only 1.5 stars. I thought that match was tremendous. Let's go post-match action, Antonio Cesaro. And Antonio Cesaro just lets Chris Adams go to the back. He has done his job. So Cesaro is the loser, but yet the winner. He is $50,000 richer. Again, this is coming through the rumor mill. This is what we have heard, and Chief Jay Strongbow has exited the ringside location as he prepares for another tremendous matchup coming a bit later. A steel cage matchup with Buddy Rogers. Chief Jay Strongbow knows it was Rogers who paid off Adams and Gino Hernandez to attack him, and he will get his revenge. That is what he said when speaking to him before the matches started. When he first arrived here at the Cow Palace, Chief Jay said, "There is nothing that can save the Nature Boy Buddy Rogers. He will taste his blood, and he will not like it." So let's save the text match. So the first match of the evening is done here at the Cow Palace. We'd like to welcome Dave Little, Tom Vogel, Alan Griggy, Jim L., and RF. Hope you enjoyed the first matchup. It was a lot of fun. And with wrestling, unfortunately, as I do it, I cannot look at the chat. So let's go to the chat real quick. And Alan Griggy, I think, says, "Big Al, ready for the showdown in Foxborough?" I think he's talking about our 1977 replay between the Dolphins and the Patriots in Pro Strategy Football 2021. That should be a lot of fun to do in the upcoming week. And they're asking Tom Vogel, the creator of this game, who's in the chat, if he's still there. Thank you very much. It's an honor to have you. Questions about the game? And our good friend Tom Vogel is still there. Suspension is warranted for Cesaro's actions. Well, yes and no. Seeing that I'm the commissioner anyway. I like my bad guys to have a little bit of heart. And Cesaro did his job. So there might be some sort, we'll have to look into it. Let's do an investigation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Investigation over. No suspension. So Cesaro, again, does his job. And now we will move to the second match, the prelim. Gino Hernandez versus Big Primo Canero. Now, remember, Hernandez was the second man involved. He was wrestling Chief Jay Strongbow. It was a #1 challengers match. But Hernandez really never went for a win. It was a back-and-forth match, a very good match. And then with under a minute, Hernandez just threw Strongbow out of the ring. Adams came from the back, and they just pummeled the bejesus out of Chief Jay Strongbow, hitting him with anything and everything they could get a hold of, battering him, thus allowing Buddy Rogers that night to pick his hand-picked opponent. His first defense was against what he thought was going to be a soft touch in Dominic DeNucci, but funny things happen on the way to the Cow Palace. Dominic DeNucci defeated Buddy Rogers in under 3 minutes as he just showed tremendous quickness and power, scoop slammed him, running power slam, hooked the leg, and 1, 2, 3, you're done, buddy. And Rogers, not happy with that, he's still claiming that he is the champion. Said he had a mini heart attack. So here we go. Let's go to match number 2. And I'm not quite sure how to do this. I think we go... I guess we go back to the match card. Yes! Oh, that's pretty cool. I've not really done matches before. So you have it right here. Second match. Gino Hernandez. Gorgeous Gino Hernandez. God, if you don't say he's gorgeous, he will... Is he full of himself? That's for sure. So it's going to be Gorgeous Gino Hernandez versus the Ambling Alp Primo Canera. The Primo. This will also be 20-minute time limit. So now we just go start the next match. And that's pretty cool. And you can see overall rating favors Gino Hernandez. Though if Primo Canera is able to get a bear hug or a backbreaker on him, it could be all over. And again, I'll control both wrestlers. And we're going to go classic style prior to 2000. We'll set the time limit for 20 minutes. And hit OK.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
So scheduled for one fall, 20-minute time limit. Gino Hernandez, the handsome half-breed, as he likes to call himself. Hernandez hails from Highland Park, Texas, 6'3", 240 pounds. His opponent from Italy, Primo Canera, the former heavyweight champion in boxing, 6'6", 260 pounds. Canera, much older than the gorgeous one, Gino Hernandez, but tremendous strength still in that aging body of Primo Canera. Canera, coming off his title loss as he was pinned by Buddy Rogers, Nikolai Volkoff, excuse me. He had a quick start, but it was the big Russian who wore down the Italian and would pin him. Chief J. Strongbow does hold a win over Gino Hernandez via disqualification, but as we have told you, the history between Chief J. Strongbow and Chris Adams and Gino Hernandez, they came out and pummeled the crap out of Strongbow. Strongbow looking to get his revenge later in the next match, a steel cage match with Buddy Rogers. So here we go. And let's go to trade hold recommendations. Ropes to speed move. Okay, we'll do that. Ropes to power move. Pile driver to arm hold. I'd like to keep the pile driver, but I don't know how to just... we'll trade moves. What the hell? Power moves for Canera. I would think he uses power moves. Alright, here we go. Now let's go to the pre-match action. We'll click on both Gino Hernandez and Primo Canera. And now let's go to the matchup analysis. Who wins this one? My best guess is Gino Hernandez. So, the prognosticator from ringside says Gino Hernandez. Interesting. Again, Primo Canera, friends to Chief J. Strongbow. Will there be some bad blood here? Will there be some bad blood here? We shall find out soon. Can the gorgeous one, Gino Hernandez, get Canera off his feet so he can drop the elbow drop from the turnbuckle? I don't know. And can Canera land that powerful right hand, what he calls the KO punch, for the pin? And they're going right at it! They're going right at it! Primo Canera, not paying attention, is greeted by Hernandez attacking him, but Primo was paying attention, and he nails Gino Hernandez over and over again. Oh, Primo, and guess who is coming out from the back again? It is Chief J. Strongbow. Primo Canera pounding away, but now Gino Hernandez! Gino Hernandez coming back, and he has cut Primo Canera. Oh, Hernandez comes right back, and they just continue to pound away on each other as Canera is bleeding from the nose and lip. Unbelievable! And we're not even a minute into it. The referee has lost total control. Chief J. Strongbow looking on. Hernandez trying to catch his breath. Blood from the nose and lip of Canera. Canera hanging over the ropes a bit now. Turns to see where Gino is. Canera now wraps up Gino, and he has him in a wrist lock, and he has brought Gino Hernandez down to both knees. The bloody Canera, still tremendously powerful. Unbelievable. Hernandez now is able to make his way back to his feet, and he rakes the bloody face of Primo Canera, and he is able to take, unbelievable, he grabs both legs, and he takes Canera down. He's trying to apply a leg lock. I don't know how effective it would be. It seems to wear down Primo just a bit, but Hernandez loses control. Now Primo back to his feet, as Canera is able to get a hammer lock on Gino Hernandez, and he is really working that hold. Now Canera, oh my lord, folks! Primo Canera just put the big boot into the baby region of Gino Hernandez, and that didn't look like fun. And Canera is going to go for the quick illegal pin attempt. Hernandez tries to put his foot on the rope, and there is the referee saw it. Canera setting up a specialty move. He's going for a body press, and now Gino Hernandez is able to counter that with a quick move, still favoring his groin. And now Hernandez jumps on the back of Primo Canera with a cross face lock. Hernandez setting up a specialty move as he rakes Canera's eyes, puts a knee to Canera's groin, and Hernandez showing tremendous strength, gets the ambling out in a pile driver, and booyah! Hernandez hooks the leg.
1,
2,
2.
and Canera gets his shoulder up. Unbelievable strength by Gino Hernandez, the gorgeous one. The crowd boos, and Gino Hernandez looks at Chief J Strongbow, screaming at him, "You're next. I'll send you back to the reservation." And Chief J didn't like that remark one bit. Hernandez gets Carnera into the turnbuckle, and he is just pounding away with fists and kicks on Canera, who is trapped in that corner. Somehow he has his arm wrapped up underneath, and Gino Hernandez just continues to pound away and stomp away on Primo Canera. It's been all Gino this past minute and a half. These two grapplers don't like each other. Not much science in this one. Just blood and guts, and most of the blood, if not all of it, is coming from Primo Canera, though Hernandez is bleeding also. Hernandez again pounds away with the closed fist. The referee tries to make him break. Hernandez says he's sorry, and then leaps in again, pounding away with that closed fist. And now a couple of knees to the sternum of Primo Canera as he is still trapped in that corner. Hernandez looking, this is not a good move by Gino, but he says he's as strong as Primo in the pre-match hype. He tries to put a bear hug on Canera. That's not going to be very effective at all, and Canera claps the ears. Hernandez lets go, but Canera cannot maintain control. Canera, a lot of blood around that face, blinking his eyes. And now Hernandez is just getting Canera to chase him around. And Canera cannot grab him, and Hernandez is taunting him, saying, "Come get me." And you can see the bloody Canera starting to fatigue a bit. Hernandez quickly surprises Canera, and that is a quick suplex, snapmare suplex, unbelievable. And he's going to go for the pin. He rolls him up. Can Canera get out? And Canera just gets his shoulder out. I think Canera a bit shocked. He knew the speed advantage. We all felt the speed advantage was going to go to Gino Hernandez, but Hernandez showing tremendous strength. Again, he's 240 pounds, no slouch of his own. Hernandez now looking to work the legs of Canera, keep the big man off his legs. He has Canera down, and he's using a drop toe hold. Again, I don't know how effective, and Canera just kicks him away. Canera kicks him away, but you can see Canera favoring his legs now. Canera gets up a bit limping, and Hernandez quickly goes right at him, and he rakes and gouges the eyes of the bloody face of Primo Canera. As Canera drapes towards those ropes, 7 minutes have gone by in this 20-minute time limit, and now Hernandez comes off the ropes, and he leg dives Canera. Canera goes to the canvas. Again, Hernandez off the ropes, and he drops the leg across Primo Canera's chest. And the fans cannot believe it, and Chief J Strongbow not seeing what he wants. Remember, he has a big match with Buddy Rogers next, a steel cage match, as Gino Hernandez again looks at Chief J Strongbow, screaming at him, "You're next. You're next." I don't know what he means by that. Chief J's not happy. He starts to approach the ring apron. The referee says, "Back off." Canera still on the canvas. Hernandez not paying much attention to him. And Primo Canera now is able to get up. Hernandez turns around, and Canera smacks him with the open hand, and now applying pressure on the neck of the gorgeous one, Gino Hernandez. Can Canera maintain control? Hernandez is able to get out of it, but Hernandez lunges towards Canera, and Canera shows a little agility there, sidestepping, and Hernandez goes into the ropes. The crowd sort of laughs. Chief J Strongbow again approaches the apron, and the referee quickly ushers the Chief away from the apron. But this allows Canera to stalk Hernandez. Hernandez turns, and he takes the boot to the stomach. Canera hip tosses Hernandez to the canvas, and here comes the big ambling stomp. Booyah with the stomp as he is stomping away at the hands of Gino Hernandez. Canera now tries to go for a pinhold, but Gino, still a little too quick, is able to counter his way out of it. Hernandez whips Canera to the ropes. A flying forehand just grazed Canera. The ambling Alp staggers back. Hernandez didn't get the full force of that. He just grazed the big Italian. And now Hernandez is on top of Primo. He's going to pound away with that closed fist. He is just pounding away, pounding away, pounding away, pounding away. The referee trying to restore order. You can see Chief J Strongbow now up on the apron. A possible disqualification here. And Hernandez doesn't care. He just keeps pounding away. And Chief J Strongbow doing no favors to Primo Canera as the referee's distracted. And Hernandez just continues to pound away on the bloody face of the ambling Alp who is sprawled out on the mat. Now Hernandez, measuring Canera, comes off the ropes, high in the air, and booyah with the leg drop. He's going to try to hook the leg and get a pin here. The referee's in position, 2. And Canera just gets his shoulder up halfway through this 20-minute bout. Hernandez now mocks the crowd. He continues to mock the crowd. And Chief J Strongbow putting his hands through his hair, telling everyone in earshot, "I am the gorgeous one." But this could give Canera an opportunity, and it does. Hernandez turns around, and he is met with the open hand of Primo Canera. The bloody open hand of Primo Canera. And Canera takes down Hernandez, and now applies an arm bar into a wrist lock. So Canera trying to take control here. But again, Gino, they underestimate his wrestling ability. He's able to get out of that hold. Unbelievable. And Gino smacks Canera right in the face. And those are hard shots by Gino. Gino winds up and booyah hits Canera again. The Italian goes staggering back into the ropes. And now Gino Hernandez goes for a leaping chokehold, but Canero sees it. He counters. Canero gets him in the abdominal stretch. But Gino will not submit. And he grabs onto the ropes. Canero now in a little shoving match with the referee, as he doesn't understand. He wants to continue the attack, but the referee gets in the way, and this gives Gino Hernandez an opportunity as Canera is distracted, comes up behind him, rolls him up in a small package. The referee counts.
1,
2.
2.
And here comes Chief J Strongbow! Chief J Strongbow comes in the ring, and he starts stomping away and attacking Gino Hernandez! He is pounding away on Gino Hernandez, and Hernandez escapes out of the ring, lucky to have his scalp. Holy cow! Chief J Strongbow comes into the ring, and he has the next match, but he doesn't care. And Hernandez scurries to the back like the rat he is in the eyes of Chief J Strongbow. Now Strongbow goes over to see how his friend Primo Canera is. Canera, a bloody mess. Strongbow pats him on the shoulder as both grapplers now head to the back. And Chief J Strongbow, he's been involved in both of these opening matches, and he has a big match with Buddy Rogers, a steel cage match coming up next. He said he will take Rogers' scalp. And he means it. The Chief is on the warpath. So the next match, as they begin to bring the steel cage out and assemble it, will be Chief J Strongbow and Buddy Rogers. We have given you the history between these two grapplers, and it's not pleasant. It's not pretty. It's not one for the faint of heart. It's not one for children. They'll bring your kids down to the cow palace. It's good fun for the whole family. Unbelievable. As Hernandez was attacked by Chief J Strongbow, Gino Hernandez, the handsome half-breed, will win the bout by disqualification. But Chief J Strongbow got a piece of flesh from Gino, and he didn't care. Let's save the text match. And post-match action. I don't want any post-match action as I did it myself. And there we go. So as they build the steel cage match, they're assembling the cage around the ring. Our last two matches will be in the cage. Rogers, Strongbow, it's just a feud. It's brutal. It will be what it will be. It will not be pretty. And then Dominic DeNucci, the former San Francisco territory title holder, who upset Buddy Rogers, getting a crack to regain the title he lost to Nikolai Volkoff. And Volkoff defeated DeNucci and then defended against Primo Canera. So we await our third match between Buddy Rogers, the Nature Boy Buddy Rogers, the original Nature Boy, and the Chief J Strongbow. While we do that, let me take a sip of water and say hello to everyone in the chat. Tom Vogel, the creator of this wonderful game, wrestling's finest PC game. It's a lot of fun. As he said, he still wants a suspension for Antonio Cesaro, the hired assassin from Switzerland. He says he went after the man's balls. Well, they were there. Jim L. says, Al, you are the next Gorilla Monsoon. Well, I thank you very much. Dave Little, thank you very much for joining us. He says, when interviewed after the match, Adam said, oh! Alan Griggy and RF, thank you. This is a really fun wrestling game, along with many other fun wrestling games. I really do enjoy this one. So here we go as they continue to work on the steel cage. And now let's get this. The cage is almost ready. All right. So it's going to be Buddy Rogers, 100. His rating's 175. Chief J Strongbow, 107. This will be, in my eyes, an uphill battle for the Chief from Oklahoma. Pawhuska, Oklahoma, to be exact. And we're going to make it a steel cage match. So it's a cage match.
In a civilized society, they use a cage for three things. They lock animals in it.
The time limit will be 45-minute time limit.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
So one fall, 45-minute time limit. It is a steel cage match as we await the grapplers to come towards the ring. Let's go to trade hold recommendations. Leg hold, ropes to leg hold. Yes, because Buddy Rogers did use a figure 4, I do believe. So we'll trade that move. Say, okay, no trade holds for Chief J Strongbow. Done. Again, I control both wrestlers. Pre-match action. As Buddy Rogers is the first to enter the ring. As he enters a steel cage. And Rogers has said it will be a steel cage of doom. A steel cage of doom. For Chief J Strongbow. He said not even the spirit of Crazy Horse will help the good Chief. And he meant that very mockingly. Now Strongbow enters the cage. The referee trying to keep these two grapplers apart. Again, no love loss here. What is the prediction? As the prediction is, wow, can't even believe there is a question on who will win this match. So the prognosticators from ringside have Buddy Rogers heavily favored. Rogers likes to go for the kill with the neck breaker or figure 4. Chief J with the Indian sleeper hold. And here we go. Chief J stretches out by pulling on the ropes. And again, they're inside the cage. Buddy Rogers gets ready to attack, but Chief J quickly turns and Rogers backs away from him. Rogers backs away from him with his hands up, smiling. Winks at Chief J Strongbow. 45-minute time limit. Here we go. Chief J Strongbow quickly jumps on Buddy Rogers, pounding away, and he throws him into the cage. Strongbow has Rogers pinned to the cage on the apron, and he is grinding his foot on Rogers, and Rogers' fingers are trapped between the chains. Unbelievable, and Strongbow pounding away as he wants his pound of flesh. I think it's more like 235 pounds of flesh, and Strongbow just continues to pummel Rogers as Rogers is pinned upon the apron and the cage. Buddy Rogers, 6 foot even, 235 pounds. As we're trying to get this out, the action continues in the ring. From Camden, New Jersey, Chief J Strongbow. From Pawhuska, Oklahoma, 6 feet, 245, and Chief J just continues to kick away on Buddy Rogers. What a quick attack. Rogers, now again the referee trying to gain control of this match. Giving Rogers an opportunity here, but he can't take advantage of it. And Strongbow now has Rogers back in the center of the ring. He takes one chop to the neck impairing Rogers for the moment. And now Chief J showing tremendous strength. He holds Buddy Rogers high in the air, and he is holding him there. And now he is turning Buddy Rogers as he holds him high, erect in the air, the blood flowing to Rogers' head. And booyah! With the vertical suplex. Chief J Strongbow still in control, working on the arm of Buddy Rogers. Really, he has him sprawled out on his back. You can see Chief J with both of his legs and feet on the shoulder. That is the right shoulder of Buddy Rogers, and he is rowing that arm practically back like it is an oar in the water, trying to take that arm right out of the Nature Boy's socket. And he continues to punish Buddy Rogers. Now he takes Rogers to his feet and with the chop. Perfectly timed chop. And now Strongbow sends him into the ropes and a flying chop. And down goes Buddy Rogers, and Chief J goes into a little war dance. Chief J again quickly grabs Rogers, and it is a quick booyah suplex this time. Oh boy, Chief J really meaning to punish Buddy Rogers. Buddy Rogers, the man who put the bounty out on Chief J Strongbow's head. That paid for the attack on Chief J Strongbow by Chris Adams and Gino Hernandez, the gorgeous one. And now Chief J Strongbow has come for that revenge in this cage at the Cow Palace. Strongbow continues to maintain control, and Strongbow again using the arm of Buddy Rogers to try to rip it out as he continues to twist and turn that arm. Rogers now down to one knee. Strongbow brings him up, and again he rakes and twists that arm. He just wants to take it right out of that socket. Strongbow does it again, and he smiles as he now uses a wrist lock, and Rogers down to a knee. Rogers tries to get to his feet. Strongbow lets him, and again he turns the right arm, and he is laughing. He is laughing at Buddy Rogers. Now, Strongbow puts a knee into the nether regions of Buddy Rogers, scoops him up, and booyah with the slam. And he's going to go for the quick pin. One. Oh, but Rogers gets his shoulder up. Rogers gets his shoulder up. Can Rogers mount any offense here? It's been all the good chief from Pahuxa, Oklahoma on the offense. And again, Strongbow takes Rogers off his legs quite quickly. He has the ankle, and he continues to now twist the ankle, and now he drops his whole body on that ankle as he gets up, and he does it again, and he does it again, and he does it again. Oh, my Lord, you can see the Nature Boy writhing and wriggling in pain as he rolls around on the canvas. And now Chief J Strongbow picks up the Nature Boy and slams Rogers' face into the cage on the apron over and over and over again. And Rogers is bleeding. Rogers is bleeding. Oh, the crimson is in those golden locks of Buddy Rogers. And again, Chief J just pounding away. He takes Rogers' bloody hair and head and he smears it into the cage. He just again and again and again. And Chief J smiling with sadistic joy. Sadistic joy, I tell you. Unbelievable. But the fans want to see this revenge. Remember, it was Buddy Rogers who put the bounty out on Chief J Strongbow. And now, Chief J's day has come in this cage, it seems. Rogers is a bloody mess. Chief J Strongbow has taken no damage. How can the Nature Boy turn this around? There will be no help from the outside. A cage has these two grapplers separated from the outside world. Now, Strongbow, using his speed moves, as he is chopping chopping and moving, chopping and moving, chopping and moving. As he goes into a little war dance, he spins and he chops Rogers again. Rogers, flailing with his arms, goes down to one knee. Chief Jay Strongbow goes to the ropes. And a double kick to Buddy Rogers. And Rogers is bent over backwards. Rogers starting to get up slowly. A spinning reverse chop by Chief Jay Strongbow. And Rogers goes to the canvas one more time. And Chief Jay Strongbow. And the fans are loving it. And so is the good Chief from Puxahawkie, Oklahoma. Strongbow looking to set up Rogers for a suplex. Rogers tries to counter, but it's going to be a backwards back suplex by Strongbow. He's too strong. Now he's going to roll up for the pin. Can Rogers get out? And he just barely gets the shoulder up. It has been all Chief Jay Strongbow. It has been an ass kicking of a lifetime. I have not seen Buddy Rogers take this much punishment. Can Chief Jay maintain this momentum? Chief Jay playing a little too much of the crowd now. Chief Jay Strongbow really hearing it from the crowd, hearing this support, and he loves it. But Rogers trying to make it back to his feet. But Chief Jay quickly sees him trying to get up. He puts a boot to him, sends him down, and now behind gets a rear chin lock on Buddy Rogers, and that could easily be turned into a chokehold, and Chief Jay doesn't care. Again, you can see the sadistic, happy smile of Chief Jay Strongbow on his face, and it is a bloody Buddy Rogers in the arms of Chief Jay Strongbow, as Strongbow really clamping in that rear chin lock, and the referee's checking to see if it's a choke. He's checking, and Strongbow says no choke, no choke, and he's laughing, and Strongbow has 5 minutes, and 5 minutes has done more damage to Buddy Rogers than he's seen in quite some time. It has been the longest 5 minutes of Buddy Rogers' life. This has been a steel cage of hell for the Nature Boy. And Strongbow continues. Strongbow looking to set something up. Strongbow, he's got the sleeper on. He's got the sleeper on. But Rogers makes it to the ropes. Strongbow continues with control. Strongbow now again works on the arm of Buddy Rogers. He continues to twist, and now he turns it. Again, it's that right arm, and Rogers down to a knee. Strongbow now turns it into a wrist lock. He is talking to the bloody Buddy Rogers. And you can see those famous blonde locks are not blonde anymore. It is full of the crimson tide, and that crimson tide is the blood of bloody Buddy Rogers. As Strongbow continues to twist and turn that arm, trying to rip it out of the socket of Buddy Rogers. He stated, I will rip that arm out and beat him to death with it. Now Strongbow looks for an illegal closed fist. Rogers blocks it. Rogers to his feet sends Strongbow to the ropes, and it's a double throat thrust by Buddy Rogers. And going to the canvas is Chief Jay Strongbow. That was a pretty dirty move by Rogers, as Chief Jay rolling around on the mat. He can hardly breathe after being nailed with the double throat thrust by the bloody Buddy Rogers, the Nature Boy. Can the Nature Boy dig deep and take control now? And he does have control, and it's Buddy Rogers. He's a bloody angry mess. He's looking to set something up here. He's going for the figure four grapevine, but Strongbow counters it. Strongbow now battling and battering as they're going back and forth with chops and punches. Strongbow, Rogers, but Strongbow, he gets the better of it, and he sends Buddy Rogers into the turnbuckle. Rogers staggers out towards Chief Jay, who grabs him by his bloody locks and starts pounding away, face first in the turnbuckle. And now, Chief Jay Strongbow, snapmare takedown. Strongbow from the second turnbuckle Elbow smash! Strongbow goes for the pin, but Rogers quickly gets his shoulder up. Unbelievable. 45-minute time limit, and we are just under 7 minutes, and the punishment that Strongbow has dealt out on the Nature Boy will make a fan look away. Rogers now gets a hold of Strongbow's leg. Strongbow tries to get out of it. Now both grapplers to their feet. Rogers leg dives the good Chief and takes him off his feet. Buddy Rogers still in it to win it. Rogers now, he's setting up a specialty move. Rogers goes for a quick drop kick, and it's easily countered as Jay Strongbow steps to the side of it, and Rogers missed by 4 miles, and you can see the pool of blood on the canvas. That crimson blood is from the Nature Boy Buddy Rogers as he is rolling around. He has tried everything, but it's been all Chief Jay Strongbow. Strongbow now starts stomping away on the bloody prone Buddy Rogers as he goes into the war dance, and as he is dancing, every third step is a booyah! 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 As he is just stamping all around Buddy Rogers. And now Strongbow, he's gonna use Rogers' own move! He puts the figure 4 on him! But Rogers is too close to the ropes, and he grabs onto it for dear life! For dear life! And the referee is trying to break this hold, but Strongbow, shaking his head, says no, no, no! And finally, Strongbow breaks the hold. Strongbow using speed moves, but Rogers is able to throw Strongbow into the ropes. Strongbow off the ropes, scoop slam by Buddy Rogers! Booyah! Unbelievable! Rogers with a scoop slam as Strongbow came off the ropes. And now Buddy Rogers looking for some revenge here as Rogers drags Strongbow's face across the fence of the steel cage. And now it looks like Strongbow is bleeding badly, and Rogers continues to rake Strongbow's face back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, screaming at Strongbow, taste your blood, taste your blood, taste your blood. As he rakes back and forth, he continues to say, taste your blood. And again, Rogers, the Nature Boy, getting his pound of flesh now, continues to slam the bloody Chief's head into the steel cage. Oh my Lord. Oh, Chief Jay is busted wide open. And now Rogers shaking his head, turns to the crowd and says, it's my time. It's my time. Chief Jay Strongbow tries to get an arm hold on. Rogers tries to counter, but Chief Jay, even though he's a bloody mess, is able to put Buddy Rogers into a hammerlock. He's trying to churn it into a chicken wing, but he cannot. Now, Strongbow, seeing that he has the leverage, he's going for the vertical suplex. Rogers tries to counter. Now he tries to get Strongbow. Strongbow counters the counter, and he lifts up Buddy Rogers high in the air. And again, he slowly starts to turn Rogers as Rogers is vertically inclined. Unfreaking believable. Again, the blood flows. The blood flows to the head of Buddy Rogers, and Chief Jay Strongbow continues in his war spin of death, and booyah! He slams Rogers to the canvas. What a vertical suplex. The fans are going insane here at the Cow Palace. Buddy Rogers, but Strongbow, what's going on here? Strongbow blinking his eyes. Rogers makes it to his feet. What is Rogers doing? What does he have in his hand? Boom! He nails Chief Jay Strongbow. Rogers goes for the pin, but he doesn't hook the leg.
1,
2,
2.
and Strongbow just gets his shoulder up to scream. The fans screaming that an illegal object was used, but Rogers cleverly threw it out of it seems to have made it out of the cage. Both grapplers a bloody mess. They're trying to regroup here. Rogers stalking. Rogers is stalking like an angry bear. Now, Chief Jay trying to get to his knees, trying to get up, but Rogers quickly pounces, puts the Boston Crab. Chief Jay powers out of it. Oh, the good Chief from Pawhuska, Oklahoma will not be denied. He wants to destroy Buddy Rogers, and likewise, Buddy Rogers wants to destroy Chief Jay Strongbow. We're just over 10 minutes in a 45-minute match. I don't know how these grapplers can survive. Buddy Rogers now sending the good Chief into the cage. And again, he just rams Chief Jay Strongbow's head into that steel cage. Rogers tries to catch a breather now as he puts a boot to the back of Chief Jay. Takes a deep breath. Rogers anticipating his next move. And Rogers pounces and is punching on the back of the head of Chief Jay Strongbow. Didn't take him long to think about it. Buddy Rogers is now looking to choke Chief Jay, but Chief Jay rakes the eyes of Rogers. Now Chief Jay looks to choke Buddy, and the Nature Boy counters it. Nature Boy counters it, and booyah! With a European uppercut, and that shot would have done Cesaro proud. And going down like a ton of bricks is Chief Jay Strongbow. Going for the pin is Buddy Rogers.
1,
2,
2.
and Strongbow just kicks out. Oh my lord, the mayhem in under 12 minutes. Fans loving it here at the Cow Palace. Remember to bring the whole family. It's fun for the whole family. Good family fun. And remember, on Wednesdays, grandparents, they drink beer for free. Buddy Rogers sends Chief Jay once again into the steel chains. And Chief Jay Strongbow trying to get up, using his fingers to pull himself up. And now Buddy Rogers is grinding his foot right on those hands. As Chief Jay Strongbow is a bloody mess. He is calling for the ancient Indians to come help him. Rogers now sends Strongbow back into the ring. He whips Strongbow to the ropes. A flying knee! Boom! Clips Strongbow on the chin, and Strongbow could be down for the count. What a comeback by the Nature Boy Buddy Rogers, the bloody Nature Boy. The golden locks are crimson red now. No matter what you think of Buddy Rogers, he is a competitor. Rogers looks to try to get a pinhold on Strongbow. Strongbow not out of it yet. We thought he was done. He's able to maneuver away from Buddy Rogers. The Nature Boy stalks. And Strongbow turns and booyah! With a right hand that clips Buddy Rogers on the temple, sending the Nature Boy back a few steps. Strongbow catching his breath as both these bloody grapplers circle one another. The referee's shirt is full of the blood of both Rogers and Strongbow. Strongbow sends a big chop into the chest of Buddy Rogers, and you can see Rogers has his fists up, but he's not doing anything, and Strongbow again with another chop. Rogers is deadly tired as he staggers away from Strongbow. Can Strongbow take advantage of this? Strongbow now snapmare takedown of Buddy Rogers. Off the ropes, flying knee. Oh my lord! Oh my lord! He hit Rogers with the flying knee right in the forehead, and you could see Rogers' body come off the mat, and he is in pain. And Strongbow goes for the pin. He doesn't hook the leg. You gotta hook the leg. And kicking out is Buddy Rogers as Chief Jay Strongbow does not hook the leg. Chief Jay now stomping away as he goes again into a war dance. It's a bloody Chief J Strongbow around the body of Buddy Rogers, and again, every third dance step is a booyah, 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 as he stomps away on the legs, the shoulders, the back, and hands of Buddy Rogers, the Nature Boy. The crowd is going insane. Strongbow now clamping down on the trapezius area. He's trying to really work that neck of Rogers. Rogers, a very strong man, but he's wearing down. The loss of blood can make both grapplers lightheaded. Strongbow looking for the submission move. It's the Indian clutch. Flailing for the ropes is Buddy Rogers, and he grabs onto them. And the fans, they want to see this victory from the good Chief J Strongbow, the man from Oklahoma. But what does Rogers have up his sleeve? Strongbow again, looking to clamp on the Indian clutch. And Rogers counters it, and Rogers kicks Strongbow to the midsection. Rogers trying to take advantage here. Rogers sends Strongbow hard into the turnbuckle, and he actually flips head over heels. Strongbow is trapped upside down, and Rogers just kicking away at the prone Chief J Strongbow. And it is Rogers who is dishing out the punishment here over and over again with those kicks. Chief J Strongbow draped upside down, and Rogers now puts his knee into his neck. He puts his knee into Chief J Strongbow's neck, trying to choke him out, and the blood is all over Rogers' knees, and it is the blood of Chief J Strongbow. Finally, the referee gets in there. Rogers slowly brings Strongbow out, and he rolls him up. That was a quick move. He's going for the pin and the win. And Strongbow just gets his shoulder up at the 16-16 mark. You have not seen carnage like this in a long, long time. Remember, on Wednesdays, come to the Cow Palace. Grandparents drink for free. Fun for the whole family. So here we go, back to the match, and oh my lord, Rogers is trying to get a little bit of a breather here. He puts Chief J in a headlock. He's grinding away at that head. It is the bloody head of Chief J Strongbow. Chief J Strongbow's war bonnet, not on his head, but his head is a war bonnet. Rogers sends Strongbow into the turnbuckle again, and Strongbow slouches down his back. He's favoring his back now. Rogers moving forward, stalking like an angry, injured beast, looking to feed upon Chief J Strongbow. And Rogers rakes the eyes over and over again of Chief J Strongbow, and again screams, taste your blood, as he rubs his hands full of Strongbow's blood into the mouth of Chief J Strongbow. Buddy Rogers now takes Chief J off his legs, drags him towards the center, and he is applying an ankle lock. Could this be the precursor to the figure four? He continues with the ankle lock. And now he's had enough of that. He takes Strongbow up and throws him into the cage as Strongbow awaits Rogers. He ducks under a punch, and Strongbow sends Rogers face first in the cage, and they're just pounding away at each other. Strongbow getting the better of it now. Strongbow pounding. He has his hand on the back of Buddy Rogers' bloody locks, and he's just pounding Rogers' face into the cage, and Rogers is bleeding more profusely. I didn't think you could do that, but he is. Oh my lord, carnage, mayhem, and blood. Good fun for the whole family. Remember, Wednesday nights, grandparents drink for free. Come down to the Cow Palace, located at the lovely Daly City, California. Chief J Strongbow now sends Rogers back into the ring. Strongbow under the ropes. Puts Rogers in a headlock. You can see Chief Jay trying to just catch his breath for a moment. And there's a lot of blood on both of these participants. Now, Chief Jay Strongbow sends Buddy into the ropes. Oh my lord! What a clothesline. Nearly taking Rogers' head off at the neck. He went right over like a cartoon character, and he's actually laying face first on the canvas. Again, you can see every time these grapplers hit the canvas, the pools of blood. They're going to have to clean up this ring before the championship matchup between DeNucci and Volkoff. Will it get better than this? I don't know. Strongbow, now, again using an arm hold. Again, he said he wants to rip the right arm, out of Buddy Rogers' socket and beat him to death with it. Now Strongbow brings Rogers up, and a chop to Rogers' chest. Rogers goes down to a knee. Strongbow goes into a war dance looking to kick Rogers in the face. Rogers catches the kick. And Rogers, with a shot to the head, staggers Strongbow back. Now Rogers looking. Will he go for the abdominal stretch? He tries to apply it. He gets it on briefly, but Chief Jay gets out of it. Now Rogers, again looking to set up something special here. Chief Jay, the bloody Chief Jay, turns around, and Rogers with the drop kick nails Chief Jay on the chin, and Strongbow goes down like a sack of potatoes. Rogers has his feet on the ropes, going for the pin. 1, 2, 3, it is over! Buddy Rogers has won! The referee, the fans screaming that he had his feet on the ropes for leverage, and Buddy Rogers will not allow Chief Jay Strongbow to have his day of revenge. It is Rogers who is victorious, and he will be the number 1 contender to either Dominic DeNucci or Nikolai Volkoff in the upcoming championship match for the San Francisco Territory Heavyweight title. Unbelievable matchup. It was blood, it was mayhem, it was fun for the whole family. Remember to come down to lovely Daly City, California and the Cow Palace. On Wednesdays, grandparents drink for free. What a matchup. What a matchup. Let me just say it one more time. What a matchup. As Dave Little says, I need to get the grandkids. Maybe I can borrow some this Wednesday night. If you have grandkids, bring them down. Wednesday night, grandparents drink for free. As they're going to have to clean the ring up after the bodily fluids are all over the ring. They will have to clean it up for our closing match, another steel cage match, and this will be for the San Francisco Territory Heavyweight title. Dominic DeNucci, who won the title, from now the number 1 contender, Nature Boy Buddy Rogers, will attempt to win it back as he lost it to Nikolai Volkoff. Volkoff is the only one who has defended the title successfully. He defeated Primo Canera in his last matchup, and DeNucci wants revenge. DeNucci wants revenge. Dominic said, I will win this title back. I will show the Russian Bear that he is no match for Dominic DeNucci. We shall see. We shall see. So let's get back to ringside. 3.5 stars. That match went just over 20 minutes, and it was everything we thought it would be here at the Cow Palace, which is always, the Cow Palace is always, my friends, family fun. And you might even be able to pet a cow outside at the Cow Palace. So a tremendous matchup. Let's save the match text, because that was a lot of fun. There we go. Oops. What'd I do? Did I already save it? I think I saved it. Save match text file already exists. Okay, so we already did save it. Let's cancel that. Post-action. Let's not have any post-action. As Rogers leaves the ring well before Strongbow comes to his feet. So Buddy Rogers walking back to the dressing room to shower off the blood. It's his blood. It's Strongbow's blood. But his arms are raised high. Fatigued, tired, and battered. It is the Nature Boy, Buddy Rogers, the winner and the #1 contender to the San Francisco Territory Heavyweight title. The title that he made up on his own after winning the San Francisco Territory tournament. Rogers refused to wrestle in the no DQ Lights Out tournament, which is going on at undisclosed locations around the world. There you have it. And now, as they clean the ring, that mat is blood. They got Clorox. They got every type of cleanser and cleaner out on that mat to clean it up. Let's get ready for the San Francisco Territory Heavyweight Championship between Dominic DeNucci. And as they clean the ring, we will give you the particulars. DeNucci, originally from Italy, now residing in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, good friend of Bruno Sammartino, stands 6'3", 245 pounds. He is the former title holder in the San Francisco Territory and looks to win it back. He will take on the champion, Nikolai Volkoff, who won it from DeNucci. A big controversy, but I don't think so. The only controversy was he might have used, I think he used the trunks for the pin. I can't say, I know DeNucci was upset that he got hit with that uppercut forearm from Volkoff when the referee was trying to break them. But protect yourselves at all time, folks. So Volkoff would then defend against Canera. Canera had a quick start, and then Volkoff just beat the living hell out of him. And when DeNucci and Strongbow entered the ring to stop the punishment after the bout and chasing Volkoff away. Volkoff, from Moscow, Russia, 6'4", 315 pounds of an angry Russian bear. They continue to clean the ring for our final match, another steel cage match for the San Francisco Heavyweight title of the territory. We await the grapplers, and let's set up the match. Hope everyone's enjoying the wrestling from the Cow Palace on this Sunday afternoon, early evening. So, that's our next match. Volkoff, DeNucci, steel cage, time limit. I think we'll go with 1 hour. I'd like to say hello to RF and Dave Little. Please check out his wonderful YouTube channel. Tom Vogel, if he's still here, thank you for being here. He's the creator of this wonderful, wonderful game, wrestling's finest PC game. Big Polly's World of Sports Sims, also a big player of wrestling's finest PC games, had some wonderful wrestling matches up on his channel I finished listening to today, this morning. Jake Cruz, thank you. Jim L., thank you very much. Alan Griggy. Hope everyone's enjoying the matches. I'm going to take a sip of water as we prepare for our last match. And it looks like the ring is set. They've checked the steel cage to make sure it's still secure. And it's going to be Nikolai Volkoff. Oh, well, DeNucci's going to have a good shot here because we actually used the 108 rating for Volkoff. DeNucci 105. But, of course, Volkoff beat DeNucci with the 108 card. So, it's the 84 card. Can I change that? I can't change that now. It's the 84 card we should have used. That's okay. It's wrestling. And this will be a title match. We're not going to say world title match because Volkoff is the champion. I will control both wrestlers. And I'm fair to both wrestlers. DeNucci, the former champion, is the challenger. The time limit will be 1 hour. And it will be a cage match.
About to be contested within the confines of a steel cage.
And the fans go insane. The fans go insane.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
So it'd be one fall, steel cage for the heavyweight championship of the San Francisco territory. The former champion, Dominic DeNucci, we have already given you the particulars as we were awaiting the ring to be cleaned, and the steel cage to be secured once again after that tremendous steel cage matchup between Buddy Rogers and Chief Jay Strongbow. DeNucci, now residing in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania by way of Italy, will take on the Russian Bear Nikolai Volkoff from Moscow. Volkoff, 6'4", over 300 pounds. DeNucci, 6'3", 245. These men do not like each other. Let's go to the trade hold recommendation. Arm holds, speed moves. And we will trade the holds. And DeNucci ropes to speed move. That makes sense, I would think. And we'll okay that. Here we go. Both grapplers are in the ring. Volkoff with the San Francisco heavyweight title territory belt around his waist. DeNucci wants it back. He lost it to Volkoff after upsetting Buddy Rogers for the title in under 3 minutes. Again, you know the backstory, but I'll quickly give it to you. Rogers put out a bounty on Chief Jay Strongbow in which Chris Adams and Gino Hernandez collected upon. Rogers then picked Dominic DeNucci that night to defend against, thinking he was a soft touch. DeNucci would defeat him in under 3 minutes in a huge upset. So let's go to the prognostications. Who would I bet on? Forget that. My money is staying in my wallet. Volkoff should retain the title in this championship match. So it's close. It's close. Can Dominic DeNucci do it again? His finishing move is the airplane spin. DeNucci's finishing move is the airplane spin. While Volkoff, the backbreaker. The press and the backbreaker. So the referee's trying to give them instructions, and they're going to go right at it. And DeNucci doesn't care. He pushes the referee out of the way, and he starts pounding away at Volkoff, and he continues to hammer away at the Russian Bear, Nikolai Volkoff. DeNucci wants this title back badly. Volkoff trying to catch his breath. DeNucci just attacks. DeNucci will bend the rules. What a face rake on the Russian Bear, Nikolai Volkoff. DeNucci continues on the attack. And now DeNucci continues to go for the eyes of Volkoff. There is a eye gouge. And now again the rake of the face. Dominic DeNucci says he will take this to the alley. DeNucci goes for a punch. Volkoff rolls away from it. Volkoff puts a knee into the groin of DeNucci. And now, the Russian Bear shows his mighty Russian strength as he lifts DeNucci up quite easily and holds him straight up for the vertical suplex, blood flowing down to DeNucci's head, and booyah to the canvas. And DeNucci is on the canvas. Volkoff stalking DeNucci. Both grapplers not really doing much of anything here, as Volkoff still trying to gain his bearings after the violent early attack by DeNucci. Now Volkoff has control, sends DeNucci into the ropes. A big boot on the jaw of Dominic DeNucci sends him down. Volkoff takes 2 steps back, Now 2 steps forward, high up in the air, and drops the elbow across the chest of Dominic DeNucci, and he's going for the quick pin. He hooks the leg. 2. It's over! It is over! It is over! Just like that! The Russian Bear has annihilated Dominic DeNucci, and that could end his hopes for another title shot. A poor showing by Dominic DeNucci. So, funny things happen on the way to the Cow Palace. DeNucci would win the title in under 3 minutes against Buddy Rogers, and now trying to regain the title after one hell of a first match with Nikolai Volkoff in the prior weeks, he loses in under 3 minutes. Let's just quickly recap this matchup. He quickly attacked Nikolai Volkoff, pounding away, gouging and raking at the face of the Russian Bear. The Russian Bear was able to grab and get his bearings, come back, and I think what really took it out of DeNucci, the Russian Bear was able to avoid the big right hand of DeNucci, put the knee into the sternum of Dominic DeNucci, and then showed his mighty strength, put him up in a high vertical suplex, and held him there for what seemed like minutes, hours. The blood rushed to the head of DeNucci, and then boom to the canvas. And then again, a groggy DeNucci got up. Volkoff, still trying to get his bearings, was able to nail DeNucci, send him off his feet, and then took 2 steps back, 2 steps forward. The second step got a jump high in the air, dropped the elbow right in the middle chest area, knocking whatever wind DeNucci had out, and then the Russian Bear hooked Dominic DeNucci's leg, and 1, 2, 3, it was over, and Nikolai Volkoff retains the heavyweight title of the San Francisco territory, to the shocked fan base here in the Cow Palace who came to root for Dominic DeNucci. But Volkoff denies DeNucci of regaining the title. The second defense, by now, what you have to say is a very worthy champion, whether you like him or not, whether you agree with his politics or not. Nikolai Volkoff. Unbelievable. As Tom Vogel says, just as well, I am exhausted from the last match. So am I. But that's what I love about this game. You don't know what's going to happen. Yes, it's wrestling. Yes, we come up with our scripts in our head, or at least I do. But I don't know who's going to win. I just go with the flow. And it's so much fun. And this is my San Francisco territory. Separate from our Lights Out No DQ tournament, which is just a tournament held at undisclosed locations around the world. Unbelievable. And Nikolai Volkoff said he was going to win this match, and by golly, he sure did, and in a big way. And you know what? I give that, I know it didn't go far, I would give that 5 stars just for the absolute annihilation. Unbelievable. The Russian Bear, so strong. So he is the champ. And there's a reason why Nikolai Volkoff is the champ. And we just saw it. So DeNucci's days as a top contender could be numbered. Let's save the text match. And post-action, I don't want any post-action because there wouldn't be. As Volkoff leaves the steel cage, holding the belt high above his head. DeNucci is being aided by ringside physicians and officials as they try to get him back to his feet in a stunning knockout. And that is it. That is it. From the Cow Palace, from the lovely city of Daly City, California. 4 tremendous matches. I'd like to thank Jim L., Tom Vogel, the creator of wrestling's finest PC game. He was in the chat. That's awesome. Wonderful. And another hats off to Tom Vogel when he called our good friend Rob Explanation Point on the phone to help him install the game after Rob was having issues. Rob purchased it, and Tom wanted to make sure he could enjoy it, and he has been enjoying it. I'd like to thank RF, Big Polly's World of Sports. Speak of the English, Al. Big Polly's World of Sports Sims. Check out that wonderful YouTube content creator. RF, Dave Little, another wonderful YouTube content creator. If you haven't subscribed to any of these channels, please do so. Jake Cruz, thank you very much. It was a lot of fun. Alan Griggy, thank you. If you watched and didn't jump in the chat, I thank you. If you're enjoying the stream, hit the like button. If you're watching later and you haven't subscribed and you want to, please do so. Hit the bell for notification for when we go live, because we have a lot of fun. And it was just a lot of fun. And it's such a fun game. I play other wrestling games. I've shown them on the channel. I like this one a lot. And I like the others too, but I like this one a lot. You can use your imagination. It's everything that I like about wrestling. It's everything the way I want wrestling to be, the way I remember it. And you can do the same with your game. So, Tom Vogel says, great job, Al, my brother. Listened over the phone and gave it a 10 out of 10. Well, thank you very much. He says he loved it. So I'm glad I did wrestling's finest PC game proud. And I'm glad I did proud for the developer and creator, Tom Vogel, because he is a good man and he is good for the community. So thank you very much. Health and happiness. Stay safe. Be smart. Fun game. I love it. Greatly appreciate your time. It was a lot of fun. I didn't think I could last through it, but we did. And fun matches. So again, thank you very much. Greatly appreciate your time. God bless. You know what's coming, folks. Still champion of the San Francisco territory, the heavyweight champion of the territory, Nikolai Volkoff, destroys Dominic DeNucci in his bid to regain the title. Buddy Rogers wins a bloody affair with Chief Jay Strongbow in his cage match. Gino Hernandez wins by DQ over Primo Canera when Chief Jay Strongbow entered the ring and beat the hell out of Gino Hernandez. And Cesaro also, he lost by DQ. I'm trying to think back now. When he just didn't care and he pummeled the crap out of Gentleman Chris Adams. The two men who collected the bounty that Rogers put out on Chief Jay Strongbow. So mayhem and madness at the Cow Palace. But remember this, folks. It's fun for the whole family. So come down to the Cow Palace, especially on Wednesday nights when grandparents drink for free. And you know what? Give a sip to the grandkids while you're here. One more time. God bless and peace. Love you all.